Just out of curiosity, I want to pull cards on the Kennedy assassination, J.F.K. Kennedy assassination. What can you tell me about John F. Kennedy's assassination? Awakening, and underneath of it we had surprise. Okay. Awakening and surprise. So something, and underneath of it, transformation. I think somebody did not like the direction that things were going. Again, like the Uber right, like we have now, we don't want wokeism. We don't want that transformation, is what it's looking like. So what can you tell me about the Kennedy J.F.K. assassination? Okay, at the center of it we have, mentally tied up. Somebody did not like the direction that things were going, okay? It caused a lot of mental consternation, perhaps had to do with they could see things coming that were going to be shut down for them. Above it, it's about going to calmer waters. Again, somebody was upset with the way that they saw things going. And so we have that mental striking out, the message. So all of this had to do with the mental realm of things that were going on at that time. And somebody did not want to see it going forward. In the past, we had victories, okay? Energetic victories, and then we had strength. So they wanted to keep whatever was going. They did not want the changes that they saw coming about with JFK in office. The challenge was, yes, this fight, this difficulty in wanting to hold on to what they had. So somebody was feeling threatened and feeling like they were going to be tied up when it came to Kennedy. So what's above it? We had this mental idea of wanting to go to calmer waters, things that were hidden, secret. Okay? And the challenge is, again, that mental angst. So somebody was really threatened and wanted to get rid of him, to keep things hidden, to keep things secret. Because maybe he was getting ready to blow something out of the water. Underneath of it, we had the message, mental message, the past working on this, and the challenge was, again, the message of moving that forward. Underneath of it, there was a feeling of being pushed to an edge. We had the direction, in the past, looking at the direction, wanting to keep things secret. And the challenge was, trying to move it forward. Unscrupulous people, again, feeling pushed to the edge. And didn't want things moved forward. I think they saw him as perhaps being too progressive. It's kind of like what we have going on now with the Uber right. So let's break this down. We had at the center of it this feeling tied up mentally. They wanted to move things forward, because they saw that this was going to get choppy, and so they sent somebody out. And above it, the challenge was this mental heartbreak that was going on. We had secrets that they wanted to keep. They wanted to keep things secret. They had victories, and then going forward, the challenge was they were again feeling challenged with it. So they were working on holding on. So they sent this action out. Somebody was very, very threatened by J.F.K, the administration. I don't know if it was J.F.K himself, but let's pull cards and see if it can tell us what were they so afraid of. What was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to say? What's the straw that broke the camel's back? What is it that was so threatening with J.F.K that they plotted his demise? Let's see if it's going to tell us anything. So what we have is above it, focus, and underneath of it, awakening again. Oh, abundance. Focus on abundance. Okay. The invitation. Okay. The focus was on abundance. So it looked like they felt that maybe some things that were going to come out were going to hurt their monetary situation. Now, it's interesting, the flowers there are poppies. Did this have to do with something with a drug trade? Okay. Was it something to do with a drug trade? Focus on things coming down. Let's pull the other cards and see what we get. Let me pull these first. There are two, and see what's kind of underneath of it too. Focus was on abundance. They didn't want to lose whatever it is that they had. We had future, looking at future, conversations about future. What was new coming in? So there was some fear somewhere that he was going to curb some of the things that they were doing to make money or to control, etc. So what we have in the center of this hanging up, seeing from a different perspective, sacrificing him. We'll have to pull the other cards and see what it is. Above it, this was something that had been communicated with others, okay? How to heal the situation. This was an emotional thing that was going on with the new action, okay? So there were people there coming together to overturn this with this new action. So when it came to what was being overturned, sacrificed, what they were seeing, they needed to retreat him. They needed to get rid of him. Okay, take him out. Mentally take him out. Because they didn't like the fishtails. They didn't like what was being presented, what was coming down the pike. Okay. Repugly Ugly Party. Okay. The money people and their cup of abominations. Okay. We need to sacrifice him. We need to get rid of him. hang him up. Okay. So when it comes to who was planning this, we have the long-term plan. They were looking at long-term things and the challenge with justice. So there were some things coming down with J.F.K, maybe Justice Department, that were threatening some's livelihood. And again, I'm wondering if it had to do with some drug trade things going on. Now, we know there are a lot of covert things that were happening during those times. I'm wondering if there were some secret deals going on with drug trades, okay, fueling some of the war effort, etc. What about the new action? It was about juggling this stuff, finances, juggling what was going to go forward long term, and the choices that they were making. That's what they worked on, okay? That's what they worked on. Okay, so again, we're going to break this down. This was about sacrificing him, overturning him because of justice, because of choices made in the justice realm that he was probably planning on making. So they had this meetings of fishtails, what they were going to do to secure their cup of abominations, what they really wanted to see done, okay? It was about mentally, they wanted to take him out because they were looking at long-term juggling these finances, and it was all about the money, power, etc. So that was why they took that action. That's why they set it up. So something was being threatened, and I don't know why. I feel like there was some kind of a covert thing going on. Now, during Vietnam and stuff, there were a lot of covert actions that happened in the military. You know, I used to know people that were like Green Berets, and they were sent behind enemy lines and were doing things. And, you know, same thing when it came to how we got in the war, etc. And those were turbulent times as well. Very turbulent times of civil unrest, etc., that was going on. And people were worried about the bomb, etc. I remember as a kid, you climb under the table, like that's going to save you from an atomic bomb. Yeah, climb under the table, that'll fix everything. But they were worried about Cuba at that time, and you know, so many things were going on then. But something was threatened, and it looked like perhaps maybe something to do with some, of course, illegal trade, things that were being set up by other powers that be. And so he was threatening them with something that was being worked out in the Justice Department. So they wanted to eliminate him. So that's what I'm getting from the J.F.K. What do you think? We still have not had it, but the way that they said it went down, there's no way. There wasn't a single shooter. This was set up. It was a bigger effort than that, okay? There were more people involved, and this guy that was just set up, okay? So I'm going to leave that here. What do you think? I'll see you online.